Vegas tonight, but we've got the hottest ticket in town. So let's welcome the Ravens and the Raiders to the stage. Next on Monday Night Primetime.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night, all sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Teams as we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 83 yards. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
That's into the hands of Edwards. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And Brian Edwards, the third of 3 high draft picks the Raiders used on receivers last year, if you count Lynn Bowden. They got him in the 3rd round out of South Carolina. A big, strong, physical receiver. They expect more catches like the one we just saw there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play there for the Raiders.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big pickup there on the run.
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but if you wanted proof of his straight-line speed, look no further. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it's almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against a speed guy on the perimeter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
J.K. Dobbins
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 10, Carr, and he hits Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A strong running. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Here we go. Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Throwing his car on third down. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson, for the field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The return is Duvernay. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone.
Dobbins hit, and he fumbles. And the Raiders have recovered. They're going to get a brief pause in the action for an injured player, and I believe, yes, that is J.K. Dobbins, the running back. He's down after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Caught outright by Renfro. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And Hunter Renfro's giving them great production for a 5th-round pick. 56 catches last season, and we know he's famous for being 3rd in Renfro, but I think he's pretty good on 1st and 2nd down, too.
On 1st down, Drake looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw...
And that is caught! Touchdown, Raiders! Darren Waller there to make the grab. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return is Duvernay. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense back out there. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period, and that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game, and could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. And now some concern here as that is Jacobs, who is still down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Here's Carr. Touchdown Raiders! Bryan Edwards from 8 yards out, and the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out and catching the ball? All the receivers, the running back, everyone is involved today. And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
On the return is Duvernay.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 31 yards. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Let's shift now and discuss Deshaun Jackson. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in his zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there for the Raiders. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action. Now Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He'll look downfield for Waller. And this one too low. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr to throw again.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down.
Okay, what can't...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play.
Let's go, fellas.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. He'll buy some time right. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Carr now to throw. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. second and goal from the 1. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. Chris Moore, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Tyreek Hill, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Tom Brady with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half, and they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters, and that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And this is caught inside the 5.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there for the Raiders.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Peyton Barber taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the byline, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. Oh, he sheds himself free. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, I guess you have to give some credit to the fact that they rallied and made the tackle. Didn't allow 2 points to go the other way there.
Find that silver lining, because what happened prior to that was not positive. Go for 2, fumble the football, give up a return, but you're exactly right. They did hustle and prevented a score going against them.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Carr. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Play action to Drake. Now Carr. Flushed out right. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down. Drake. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Right back to Drake. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He's crossing. He's checking crossing. Check 99. Check 99.
On first down, it's Drake. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd and 7, Carr. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Solomon Thomas coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 81 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Nice sharp run there by Kenyon Drake, and he's awfully tough to get on the ground. And how about this Raiders backfield? It's certainly not lacking for punch, having signed Drake this year and already having Josh Jacobs in the backfield. Now Drake, he's never had a 1,000-yard season, but last year in Arizona was his best yet. 955 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns, plus he can catch it swinging out of the backfield.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Ravens have got it. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw again is Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Again, Jackson.
He drops this one off underneath here for Hill.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Throwing down. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Now, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32.
He starts by handing this off to Drake.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Carr. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's got room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there for the Raiders.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They'll run on first down. Drake. And he stopped immediately there.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now left side on his swing pass.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. Let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
On first down, it's Drake. Powering forward, still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there, how about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. On first and goal, Drake. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And pardon me, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring out the third down. Jackson. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Drake will start the drive on the ground. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And quickly, they get to the line.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Carr going to throw here. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart in points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.